Are you familiar with the story of Orpheus and Eurydice? It's a beautifully tragic love story. Orpheus is the son of the Greek god Apollo, the sun god, the god of light, the god of prophecy, the god of music, and the god of arts and sciences. And his mother is Calliope. She's the Muse of Epic Poetry. So of course Orpheus got some skills, having those sorts of parents. He was known for being a great poet, a singer and a musician. It is said that when he sang to the sweet tones of his lyre, he charmed all nature and summoned around him the wild beasts of the forest who, under the influence of his music, became tame and gentle as lambs. The madly rushing torrents stopped their rapid course, and the very mountains and trees moved from their places at the sound of his entrancing melodies. Sounds beautiful, hey? That's from the book Mythology, Who's Who in Greek and Roman Mythology by E.M. Behrens. Lots of stories in this one. So Orpheus met Eurydice, and those crazy kids fell madly in love, were completely enamored with one another, and were in their love bubble. Unfortunately, someone else loved her too, and he came between them in the sense that he was pursuing her and she was trying to get away from him, and in so doing she was bitten by a venomous snake and she passed. She died, she left her body. So with this event, Orpheus was distraught. He was a mess. Well, his songs turned very sorrowful. He was melancholic. He couldn't live without her. Everyone knew of his pain, and they missed his sweet songs. He decided he was going to follow her. He was going to go into that underworld, and he was going to bring her back. And so that's what he did. He went, made the trek into the underworld, also called Hades. So into Hades, and to find Hades, the god of the underworld, who's also the brother of Zeus and Poseidon. So in he goes, trying to find her, goes to Hades, and his consort is Persephone. Goes to them to plead his case, to get her back, to say, just give her back to me, please. I can't live without her. I need her. I want her. And Hades and Persephone were very moved by his plight. Perhaps they saw echoes of their own love story in the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. Hades agreed to let her go on one condition: that Orpheus didn't look upon her face until they'd reached the upper world. He jumped at her. Yes, of course, anything, I can do that. And true to his word, Hades let her go. So off they go, Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus in front, Eurydice behind. They could talk. She could see him in front, but he just couldn't look behind. So off they go, traversing the landscape on their way back to the upper world. All was going well until Orpheus couldn't hear her anymore, and he panicked and he was worried. Just like, oh no, is she still there? And he looked around. That fateful decision changed everything. She was there, just a little ways back. So he turned around just in time to see her vanish before his very eyes, because he agreed not to turn around. So Hades got her again, and Orpheus had to keep going. He didn't get any more chances. They were so close to getting out together and to being able to continue their love together. But Orpheus couldn't control himself. He panicked and he looked around. He gave in to fear instead of trust. If he just centered and paused, if he had some patience and just waited for her to catch up, they could have left together. His fear got the better of him, and he lost her. I've been drawn to Greek mythology my whole life. very fascinated by the stories. I used to be curious, like, did they live? Did they not? It's like hard to fathom a time when gods walked upon the earth. And like, were they making love with the mortals, with the humans? Were they really doing that? Making demigods? Were there these winged horses, you know, Pegasus? These magical beings that did these things? Like, it sounded wonderful and also hard to fathom because it's not the world that we seemingly live in. But I think it's real. I think it all happened. I think not only did these gods exist in the past, they exist in the present. If they existed once, why wouldn't they exist again? And these stories that we learn of them dying, and it's just like, but no one ever dies. Eurydice didn't die. She went to the underworld where she was still living a different life. And so that's what I find intriguing as well. Like, nothing dies, it's just different places that we live, different worlds, different dimensions. But I don't just choose to believe it. I know it is truth. Because all times are happening at once. This means that we can access different times if we're on the right frequency. Frequency is everything. I'm at a point now in my meditations that I can travel to a lot of different times and spaces. Like, I don't generally ask to go anywhere. I don't set the intention that I want to go to ancient Greece and boom, you know, in the year, I don't know, 303 BC. I don't do that. I just meditate and I'm taken to the places that I need to be taken to. I'm shown what I need to be shown. At times I'll ask to speak to different people, different beings, different deities. That'll happen, that's quite easy. But that's where we're connecting in the place where the whole universe resides. They're with me, I'm with them, and it's just them and it's just happening. So I've seen some ancient Greece things, but moreover, I've connected with these Greek gods. Orpheus. Orpheus is still looking for Eurydice. It breaks my heart to know that. But what Orpheus failed to see, because he couldn't see beyond his own sorrow, there are a lot of other souls who are also looking for their Eurydice. So many of us are lost in the dark, just trying to find that way out that we haven't been able to get to yet. But perhaps if we stop focusing on looking for our one divine light, but we all help each other look for our lights, perhaps we'll be able to find our way out together.